Have you ever laid in bed at night with your body completely still, but your mind racing like a storm? You close your eyes, but your thoughts don't. Memories, to-do lists, emotions, all spinning in circles. You want rest, but your mind is still living in the noise of the day. If that feels familiar, I want to tell you something tonight. Not as a teacher, not as a monk, but as a human being who, just like you, has also had nights where sleep felt 1,000 miles away. Tonight, let's do something different. Let's not try to force sleep. Let's not try to solve everything. Let's simply let go. Let go of the day. Let go of the stories. Let go of the pressure to be anything other than exactly as you are right now. You see, in Zen, we often say, when you sit, just sit. When you walk, just walk. And at night, when you rest, just rest. But that's easier said than done, isn't it? Because the day doesn't always leave us alone when the sun sets. It clings. It echoes. It replays the awkward moment in a conversation, the mistake we made at work, the thing we forgot to do, the person we're still worried about. I once had a student tell me, I feel like my mind is a crowded room at night. Everyone's talking over each other. I just want them to leave so I can sleep. Maybe you felt that too. And I said to him, the problem isn't the crowd. The problem is that you keep engaging with every voice. So tonight, can we allow those voices to pass by like clouds in the sky? Can we notice them without holding on? If that feels like something you need tonight, stay with me a little longer. There's something I want to leave with your heart. Zen isn't about fighting your thoughts. It's about returning again and again to presence, to the breath, to this very moment which is always here, waiting quietly underneath the noise. Let's try something together, wherever you are. Gently bring your attention to your breath, not to change it, not to control it, but just to feel it. Feel the inhale, feel the exhale. Now let's take 3 soft, conscious breaths together. Inhale, peace. Exhale, tension. Inhale, softness. Exhale, the weight of today. Inhale, trust. Exhale, everything you don't need to carry. And now I invite you to let go of one thing from today. Maybe it was a mistake you made. Maybe it was something someone said that hurt you. Maybe it was just the pressure you've been putting on yourself. You don't need to carry it into sleep. You don't need to rehearse it or resolve it. Just for tonight, let it fall. Let it return to the earth. One Zen master said, when the mind is still, the world surrenders. Stillness doesn't mean we empty the mind. It means we stop chasing thoughts like leaves in the wind. We learn to watch them pass, to stay rooted. There's a gentle teaching I often share in retreat. If the water is muddy, don't stir it. Let it be still, and it will clear on its own. So let's stop stirring the water of our minds tonight. Let the mud settle. Let clarity return by itself. Your job is not to fix anything right now. Your only job is to rest. I remember a moment years ago, deep in the forest monastery in Northern California. It was autumn. The air was crisp. We were finishing evening meditation under the open sky. An elder monk leaned over and whispered, "The leaves don't hold on when it's time to fall. They trust the wind." That stayed with me, because I realized how often I clench, resist, control, even when life is inviting me to release. So tonight, I'm inviting you to be like those autumn leaves. Let go. Trust the wind of life. Trust that you don't need to have all the answers right now. Trust that this moment is enough. And if this is helping you feel a little more grounded, consider returning to this space each night. Sometimes, just a gentle reminder is all we need to come back to ourselves. Sometimes we confuse letting go with giving up. but they're not the same. Letting go is an act of deep inner wisdom. It's choosing peace over perfection, surrender over struggle. And when we surrender, we finally sleep. Not because everything is resolved, but because we've stopped clinging. The Buddha taught that clinging is the root of suffering, and in sleep, we are invited to uncling, to release, to trust. Now, I want you to imagine this. Your bed is not just a place to collapse from exhaustion. It's a sacred space, a temple of rest. And every time you lay down, it's a return to your truest self. No roles to play, no expectations to meet, just your breath, your body, and the soft invitation of rest. Imagine tucking in not just your body, but also your worries. Imagine saying, "You've done enough today," and meaning it. Can you say that to yourself now? I've done enough. I am enough. It is enough. And if you feel like someone in your life could use this reminder, maybe, after this, you share it with them. Let the ripple of peace travel beyond just you. As you sink deeper into rest, know that this letting go isn't weakness. It's a kind of spiritual maturity. To recognize that the day is over, that it cannot be rewritten, that the future doesn't need to be rehearsed right now, just this breath, just this body, just this moment, still, quiet, held. One last story before we end. There was once a young monk who couldn't sleep. Every night he'd sit up in the meditation hall, trying harder and harder to find stillness. One night the head teacher came and sat beside him in silence. After a while, the monk said, "I don't know how to let go. My thoughts keep pulling me back." The teacher replied, "Let go, of letting go." Sometimes even the idea of doing it right becomes a burden. So if tonight all you can do is lie there, breathe, and soften, that is enough. You don't need to perfect this. You just need to be here. So as we end tonight's practice, I invite you to return again to your breath. Feel the inhale. Feel the exhale. Let it carry you. And as you drift into sleep, may you be wrapped in silence, in peace, and in the knowing that nothing more is needed. You are home. You are held. You are safe to let go. If this brought you peace, you're welcome to return tomorrow night. Until then, good night.